This is a weakening question and we have to weaken the justification for the claim. The conclusion is that yellow medium-sized stars similar to the Sun form less than 10% of all the stars in the Milky Way. The missing link is between all the information presented in the argument and the conclusion that the yellow medium-sized stars are less than 10% of all the stars in the Milky Way. Our broad expectation from the correct answer choice is that it should weaken this claim or suggest that yellow medium-sized stars could be more than 10% of all the stars in the Milky Way. Answer choice A. This answer choice says that there are billions of stars that have not been observed. The argument mentions that over 75 million stars have been catalogued. In comparison to 75 million and billions of uncatalogued stars, it can be inferred that the current catalogue is not representative of all the stars in the Milky Way. However, we don't know anything about the billions of these stars because these stars have not been observed. So overall, this answer choice does not help in forming a definitive view about whether yellow medium-sized stars are less than 10% of all the stars in the Milky Way. At best, this answer choice only faintly weakens the conclusion. Let's keep this answer choice on hold. Let's see if we have a better answer choice. Answer choice B. This answer choice says that the Hubble telescope would have detected any smaller stars similar to the Sun. If this is so, it indicates the possibility that most of the yellow medium-sized stars similar to the Sun have already been observed and are part of this catalogue of 75 million stars. In such a case, it adds credibility to the argument and hence strengthens rather than weakens the conclusion that the yellow medium-sized stars similar to the Sun are less than 10% of all the stars in the Milky Way. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice C. This answer choice says that even a large star that exists in the arms is not as easily detected as a similar sized large star in the core of Milky Way. Also, the argument mentions that not many of the medium-sized stars have been detected. So overall, this answer choice indicates that the large and small stars, both types of stars in the arms, are not as easily detected as similar sized stars in the core. However, we do not know anything about these stars that have not been detected. So no definite view about the proportion of yellow medium-sized stars in the overall Milky Way can be formed. So this answer choice at best only faintly weakens the conclusion. Let's keep this on hold. Let's see if we have a better answer choice. Answer choice D. This answer choice says that almost all stars in the core of the Milky Way are millions of times larger than the Sun. If this is so, it indicates that stars like the Sun are very small stars in front of all the stars. In such a case, the conclusion that yellow medium-sized stars like the Sun form less than 10% of the stars in the Milky Way, this conclusion is strengthened rather than weakened. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice E. This answer choice says that the smaller a star is relative to other stars in its region, the more difficult it is to detect. If this is so, it indicates that the smaller stars are not getting detected and hence their proportion is likely to be more than the proportion indicated through this catalogue of 75 million stars. In such a case, it casts doubt on the catalogue as well as the interpretation based on it. In other words, it weakens the conclusion that yellow medium-sized stars similar to the Sun form less than 10% of all the stars. So this is a good answer choice. Let's keep this on hold. Now among answer choice A, answer choice C, and answer choice E. Answer choice E is the most convincing answer choice and can be considered the best answer choice.